Hey guys, Richard here, aka HPIGUY, and I've got something kind of interesting to show you today. Thanks to the guys at quadcopters.co.uk for actually letting me test this unit. So today we're just going to basically have a look what we got in the box. This is a beta version, or a pre-release version, so we say. So not everything is going to be as it will be on release date, but I thought let's get this open and show you what's inside and what we can kind of expect when we buy our ProSight. So just a little sleeve here, let's get straight in there, and we get a very basic manual here, just showing you how to plug things in and how to pair the unit as well. I would imagine, like most units, you're going to have the antennas on the TX side before powering up, just to avoid anything blowing up, shall we say. Straight away we've got our the brain, shall we say. We've got antenna connectors on one side, so let's see what we've got here. We've got power in here, we've got a port with no name on it, power out, and video in. The stickers aren't the highest quality, as I say. This is a pre-production version, so it's not like super neat or anything. You can actually tell on the writing on the back, it's hard to read, but yeah, that shouldn't be really a problem. Now let's have a look at the antenna. Now a lot of people are bitching and moaning about this antenna due to its size, but it has to be like this for a specific reason. Obviously the video comes out in kind of like a donut around like this, and to get extra video signal, we have a crossbar here with another video transmitter antenna to bring a donut around like this, so you have full 360 kind of coverage. I was worried about this at first, about its size. It is pretty big, especially compared to standard types of antennas. Let me see if I can grab you a antenna and show you. So here's a standard Spironet antenna, and here is the video antenna for the CONNEX. So height-wise, it's not too dissimilar. It's just a more of an awkward shape, or a shape we're not really used to yet. So anything that's kind of different from the normal, we kind of don't like it so much. But it's not that big actually when you compare it to a normal Spironet antenna. As I was saying, I was a bit worried about breaking this and how crash resistant it was going to be, but luckily the bottom base here is actually rubberized, so you can see that we've got a good bend down. They've actually cut out a notch here, so if it does land, the quad lands upside down, for example, you've got ample room there for it to actually bend down, as you can see. It comes with 4 screw holes with screws and bolts. We can drill some extra holes in our frame if we want to, and put this kind of a spoiler on the back if we want to. Jumping over to the camera, let's have a look here. Get this in focus. So at first it looks like any other camera, like the HS1177 kind of series, or even the Fat Shark series, it looks like. But when you look around the back, you notice that it's actually definitely not, and it's different. We can see this extra pin port on the back here. A lot more pins on there than a usual HS1177 type camera, so it doesn't look like you're going to be able to use any aftermarket cameras, unfortunately. Now the lens is swappable. It comes with a spring on it at the moment, pre-glued as well to stop it from changing, so that should be preset, and it looks like a fairly decent lens as well. Looks very much like a GoPro type lens. So I have seen some pictures where there's kind of like a foam around this. I'm not sure why my unit hasn't, but obviously again pre-production model, so that could be what it is. So yeah, that's that. Let's dig into the next layer, see what we got. So underneath here we've got the receiver side of things with our 4 RPSMA antennas, HDMI out, USB, power in, we've got our tripod connector, and then our 3 buttons here, 2 LEDs, and we can see region EU, so possibly different regions. I know you can do 25 milliwatt and 100 milliwatt. The 100 milliwatt is supposed to be for indoors, and the 25 is for outdoors, but technically nothing's stopping you from switching over between the two. And lastly, in the box, let's see what else we got. A bunch of cables. Yeah, Now the camera itself is CMOS, I believe, and it has a rolling shutter, so you really need to make sure that you've eliminated as many vibrations in the camera as possible, hence why it comes with the camera mount with rubber isolation mounts, kind of like a gimbal does. So you can mount this either way, upside down or straight up. We've got a USB converter there. We've got our cable to go between the camera itself and the brains. Our 5 RPSMA antennas to go on the receiver unit. A standard mini USB. Power cable with XT60 for powering the ground station. This can take 2 cell to 4 cell, I believe. And then we have 2 more cables here. So we have one with the bare wires there, red and black, which will go to your PDB, and then you're connected to go into the brains again. And then our further 2 cables for the signals. I think you can connect to your flight controller or receiver to change through the settings on the camera itself. Sorry, on the brains itself. I'm just calling it brains for now. So yeah, that's a quick look at that. Maybe I'll see if I can get this wired up and get this video transmitting. So unfortunately, it seems that the DVR that's built into the Fat Shark is not capable of recording the HD image that comes through the input of the HDMI port on the Fat Shark. So that's a bit of a shame because I can't show you the proper HD video from that DVR. However, what I've done here, if I just zoom out a little bit, is plug the CONNEX system, the HDMI cable that was my Sky television box. I've just plugged into the side there and plugged it in. So this is the image that I'm getting currently. The CONNEX system is actually outside here and then through inside to my concrete bunker of a man cave, and this is the image that I'm getting. You can see that the quality fluctuates slightly. It's on auto at the moment. This is totally stock settings out of the box. I haven't changed anything, but you can kind of see the definition on the image. We can make out all of the logos here on the laptop. So that kind of just gives you a little bit of insight into what kind of image you're going to be seeing. I'll go outside and I'll pick it up, move it around a bit just to show you any more kind of breakup. And as you can see, outside it is very dark right now, so we'll see how it deals with the low light. Unfortunately, until I get a HDMI capture card, I'm not going to be able to show you the footage directly from the DVR. So I'm going to leave this camera here. I'm going to go move the transmission side so you can see what it looks like. So there you go, that's just a little bit of a look at the CONNEX system. It is completely bare right now. This is the worst video I've ever made, to be honest, but I thought it'd be cool just to show you. Some guys are a bit worried about latency and things. We'll be testing the latency out. The only time I've noticed latency is when I've got it into the TV like this. You can actually see a bit of the latency there. When it's in the Fat Sharks, you get no latency at all from what I've seen so far. But we'll have to see how that reacts when we start getting some real distance on it. So just to clarify, I'm only getting latency when it's going through all the HDMI and going into a large screen like this. In the Fat Sharks, I can't see any latency at all. So we're going to put that to the test. So that's it for today's video. I'll go get a HDMI capture card tomorrow, and hopefully I can show you some more proper DVR footage from it in flight, and I can give you more information. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back soon.